Okay.
Run right through, straight through. Confessions, episode 21, Cindy Cooper. In
Hmm.
3, 2.
So we're going to do these 30 seconds, and then that's what's going to bring in. Peace, everybody. Confessions. Peace, everybody. Confessions. Peace, everybody. Confessions. You are listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jams. Peace, everybody. Welcome back to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. Listen, we got a special guest in the building today. We're going to have a great show. Listen, we got a really, really great event for all aspiring music artists this weekend from February 7th to February 9th. It's called the World Music Expo, and we definitely want to talk with Miss Cindy Cooper, who has helped put that together, who's basically put that together. So we'll be right back on WJHM102jams.com with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. We'll see y'all back in just a few minutes, y'all. Peace.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They are amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
All you dolls out there, this is me, Sizzle. 2019 flew by and my friend still did not have the body she wanted. Then I discovered the solution. The cosmetic surgery place. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Don't spend another minute miserable. Call 407-636-5000. She did. Now my friend is all of that and then some.
Be one of the next 7 callers to receive your breast surgery. Free with a tummy tuck. Yes, free. Call now at 407-636-5000.
This is Aretha Simons. When I'm driving, I'm listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jams.
Are you frustrated with your computer? Tired of waiting for the computer to let you get your work done? Having an IT professional available when you need him can be invaluable to your business. With a Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan, you can enjoy error-free computing and get your tasks done when you want them done. Got a virus or malware warning? Call YCS and let them remotely solve the issue for you. Computer running slow? Give YCS a call and they will remotely fix it. When? Well, right away. On average, our clients are back up and running within 10 minutes of their call. If you want your computer to run smoothly month after month, just get the Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan. Your Computer Solutions is there when you need them. Call us today at 407-826-0810. I repeat, 407-826-0810. Emergency repair when you need it. Call us, 407-826-0810.
And we're back, y'all, again with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. Like I said, we got a very, very special guest in the building, and we have a very, very special event happening this weekend that she's in here to talk about from February 7th to February 9th. It's the World Music Expo, and we are pleased, please welcome to have Miss Cindy Cooper to Confessions. How are you, madam?
I'm just marvelous tonight. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing very, very wonderful. What brings you down to Orlando with the World Music Expo? How does that all come together?
Well, it's World Scout Music Expo, and we chose Orlando for a multitude of reasons because we knew what a strong indie music community that you had down here, and we also wanted to make sure that we were starting someplace with the nice weather and no snow.
And you seem to have caught it just right. It's been pretty cold by Florida standards, of course. Pretty cold the past couple of weeks. So you kind of, today was a little bit of a warm day.
I was actually here for some of that cold. I've been here a while.
Yeah. So, I still have sometimes to get that 2 weeks of winter time down here in Florida. Sometimes I'm not used to it. Me being from New York myself, I know what cold weather is, but this is been unusually cold for Florida. So let's start from the beginning. Now, I understand you're from East Lansing, Michigan. Is that correct?
Oh, did I say that somewhere? How'd you get that? I'm originally from Grand Rapids, but yes, I did live and have a business my start in the industry was in East Lansing, Michigan. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what was my understanding is I saw that you started a talent agency in Michigan. Is that correct?
Yeah, C2 Model and Talent Management. It was a full-service talent agency. And I service clients, of course, throughout the state of Michigan and a few other nearby states, all the way down to Chicago. But because I was right across the street from Michigan State University, I was able to scout from 40,000 students in that perfect age range to get people started in the industry. So I quickly became known as a scout and began placing talent and fashion models around the world and in larger markets everywhere.
Okay. Now, what made you want to get started as like a fashion stylist? I read you were a fashion stylist. So how did that come about? What idea or what inspired you to become that?
That actually fell into my lap. That particular job fell into my lap. I walked into a room at just the right time, and somehow that just all fell together, which, now looking back, I realize how fateful that was, because that was the first step into anything to do with talent and the entertainment industry and that type of thing. So that started the ball rolling.
Okay. Now, while you were near Michigan State, how many people actually tried to bombard your door with requests with, tapes or pictures, interviews, anything they could do?
That number I couldn't even count. The word got out pretty quickly in East Lansing, what we were doing and what we had going on, so that was pretty strong. The music portion of it didn't come in until a few years later, after I had moved out to Los Angeles, and I was the director of a scouting firm, basically, that held huge conventions all over the country, and we ended up beginning to bring in record labels and so forth to scout for music, and that's where that ball began.
Okay. Now, going with the talent agency, how long did it take you to make it grow, and what did you do to help make that agency grow to the amount that it did?
Well, like I said, that actually kind of went pretty quickly. First, it was working as a fashion stylist at a commercial photography studio that did ads for retail stores and so forth. So that helped me kind of get my foot in the door, and from there I went into the agency side of the business and started my own about 2 years after doing that for another company. And simply by way of having so many amazing, beautiful, and talented faces from Michigan State University, I just kind of became known in the industry because I had so many that were going off to work in New York and in Europe and that type of thing. And then I decided that I needed to make the move to either New York or LA, and the sunshine won out.
Why LA over New York?
Really and truly, it was the sunshine. I love New York, I do, but I'm a Michigan girl at heart. That's where I was born and raised, and that's green grass, and in the summertime at least, and some expansive, put it that way, expansive land.
Right.
You sure don't have that in LA, but you have the sunshine and sidewalks. And so that's kind of where it came from. I was just led there for whatever reason. It was the right move for me.
Now, would you say that it was? I know this may be kind of a hard question to kind of answer. So, but I'm trying to ask it as best as I can. I know how they say now it's easier for a lot of talent to get their music and stuff like that out there nowadays, with people being able to upload their music on YouTube and SoundCloud and things of that nature. Is it easier now for talent scouts as yourself to find talent now compared to back in the day?
I think so. I think that we certainly have more avenues. The same way that artists have more avenues to be heard and get their music out there, we have more ways to go about finding it. It's still a lot to go through. You have to go through a lot to find that one that you might be looking for. But everybody still likes the live atmosphere, the live venue that the World Cup Music
Live
Expo.
music and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Take me into the mind of like a music representative. Now, if I'm a person and I'm searching for new talent and not necessarily, I know like back in the day it was, people would send in their demo tape and people would have to go through thousands upon thousands of demo tapes, and that's if they bothered to do that, what is it now? Are you all just strictly online, or just using the algorithm?
There's still some similarities to all of it. It's just not necessarily, you're not handing a tape or a CD. It's now digital now. You're handing them a flash drive or your link to, SoundCloud or, that type of thing, wherever you've got your streaming platform. But what hasn't changed is getting their attention, the ability to get their attention. And that's what we're offering. We're offering 40, music industry pros who are coming there specifically to listen to you, to find, what's the next hot thing? Is it going to be here? And they're open to it, and all of their daily business is, put aside. It's all about focus. So, and most of these people, in all honesty, there's some major decision makers coming that you wouldn't get your foot in the door to see them if you were to just, try showing up with a label. There's no way. So that's what we're trying to provide is some high level, decision makers who have the ability to make something happen.
Now you have some who, what I might say, who some people might say are heavy hitters, such as Scott Storch. How did you get Scott Storch to come to this event?
Actually, my director of A&R, his name is Rob Burrell. He's the one who reached out to him through his manager. Actually, we reached out to him through his manager. He went to Scott's page on Instagram, to be honest, and then got to Steve Lobel, who himself is a heavy hitter. He's a pretty legendary artist manager who represents, of course, Scott now, but the late Nipsey Hussle. He started Bone Thugs and Harmony. He's still working with them after all these years. And every day, if I talk to that man or get a text from him, he's with somebody from 50 Cent to Eminem, or you don't even know. So that's fun for me.
I'm sure.
But they were just open to it. It took a while. It took several conversations and so forth, but it all worked out, and we're super excited.
Okay, good. Because I was doing my research on here. I was like, wow, she got Scott Storch, and I'm looking at all the list of people, and a lot of them I've heard. Some of them I haven't heard from before, which I understand is, the behind the scenes stuff is a lot of people take for granted. And I see that a lot of these people work a lot behind the scenes. It's almost like being a teacher. That's the job that people kind of take for granted, but don't realize how important they are.
Oh, exactly. They can make so many moves for you. There's way more than we actually have on the website. If you go to our Instagram page, you'll see more in terms of labels that we have, like QC and Terror Squad and Street Execs. We just got Atlantic Records, who's not up there yet on the website.
Okay.
And actually, I think he's the senior VP of A&R. I mean, we got some pretty major stuff. Mark Cheatham, who is the touring manager for Cardi B and Justin Bieber from CAA. We have an amazing entertainment attorney who's coming to talk about things that you need to know and watch for and think about before you sign any contracts. And so there's a serious wealth of knowledge that's here for people. And if you think that this is what you want to do now or later, even if you think you want to be a manager, this is the kind of place that you should be.
Okay. Now speaking of which, I know besides great music or in a look, and if I can quote this correctly, I'm having to apologize to the man if I misquote him, but I understand that when it comes to like the music business, I believe it was Berry Gordy that said 25% of this business is talent, 75% is everything else. Would that be kind of accurate?
Yeah. The everything else is pretty important. There's a lot of who you know, and of course being in the right place at in the right time never really hurts. And you can't go into it blind because you'll get eaten alive. So again, what we're doing here, it isn't just about let me go see if any of these labels are interested in me. It's how can I be the best indie artist I can be? How can I be a smart business person? How can I learn how to maximize revenue as an indie artist? How can I be prepared if at some point I do decide I either want a label or something comes to me? So there's so much more to it than just I'm an excellent performer.
Okay. Now, going with the performance side, just the performance aspect of it. What specifically? Let's say someone that can sing. They know how to sing or what have you. Can sing very, very, very well. What is it specifically that a producer would be looking for somebody that's a singer, and has a great voice, but needs to work on like their stage presence or maybe like their fashion sense? How would a person go about helping to fix that part of it?
Well, there's a few different things that could happen. They could still get a call back from somebody who has that kind of interest. They're like, whoa, that's some great raw talent, a diamond in the rough. And let me talk to them and just kind of give them some feedback and tell them things that they should be working on, and maybe come back and see me again someday, or we'll stay in touch with them and talk them through their development. That kind of thing can happen. And then we're always there to help out with that too. I mean, we're really not just flying into town and doing this and jumping. If somebody wants continued advice from us or wants to stay in touch and let us know about their development or ask for some, help and assistance or advice on that, we plan to be around for that too.
Cool. Now, should I, let's say myself, if I'm coming into this music conference, I know for me, I'm an actor as well. So I know for sure, and the way I've been told is when I'm going into an audition, kind of like either dress for the part or at least dress up to make sure you look presentable.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing with the music?
Oh, for real. I want you guys to come with all your colors. I want you to be the performer that you know you really are at heart. This is it. Pretend like, you, not even pretend. You guys know who you are. You know what you want to look like on stage. You know all that stuff. Just come just like that.
Okay. Now, I know for many people, I know the big thing is nerves. People are coming in there nervous.
Yeah.
And so if I'm nervous, but you can kind of tell I have talent, what are you specifically looking for? Or how would you get that particular potential artist of yours to get to calm down a little bit so you can see the full potential?
That's a really good question. We'll be in there. Some of our staff will be in the audition room to kind of help people chill a little bit beforehand. But basically, just don't be. Try not to be. Just meditate. Do what you got to do. But if you are, we'll figure it out.
All right. Well, that is great. I know sometimes that can happen to me as well. And I know sometimes you'll be in the audition room and just be wondering, like, what in the world do I got to do to calm down? Do I need a lavender tea? Do I need something to just, eat something?
Right. Don't drink coffee.
Yeah, definitely don't drink coffee.
Stay away from caffeine.
And then I'm telling everybody on my live feed, if you have a chance, drink some lavender tea. You will mellow out real quick. Put some lavender candles around yourself. Can you do me a favor real quick before we go to commercial break? Can you let them know the Instagram page for
worldscout.me. So worldscout.me, which stands for Music Expo.
Okay. Y'all heard that? That is worldscout.me. Not doubt. What in the world did I just say? worldscout.me. So listen, we're going to be right back after these commercial messages in just a moment. Again, you are listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. And before we do, don't forget, for all my Android people, download the app, WJHM102jams.com app right now. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you will not be disappointed. You can listen to all my past episodes. So do that right now while you still have the chance. Again, it's Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. Be back in a few. Peace out.
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org.
Peace, family. Again, this is Brian with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. Don't want y'all to forget, also, I host a weekly open mic called Writer's Block. Who's next? Every Saturday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday at TNT Cafe. That's TEANDTEA Cafe. Address 127 West Fairbanks Avenue in Winter Park. So again, Writer's Block at TNT Cafe, 127 West Fairbanks Avenue in Winter Park. Peace, y'all.
IBS Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
Stop! Put that hammer down. If you are frustrated with your computer, we have a better way. Call Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810 and let one of our staff handle it for you. Again, our number is 407-826-0810, and we can work remotely or on-site to solve your computer issues. Use your computer hammer-free with Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810.
See, David Smith. Whoa! Chuck.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
But you know what? The language.
Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810.
And again, we are back with WJHM102jams.com. You are listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. Again, we have the wonderful Miss Cindy Cooper in the building explaining about what she does in the music industry, or the entertainment industry, I'd like to say, if that's okay with you, if I can say that.
That'll work.
Okay, so that encompasses everything. That's modeling, acting, singing, everything. And she is down in here in Florida for the World Music Expo. World Scout Expo. I am so sorry. Go ahead.
World Scout Music Expo.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. I know I was butchering that for a second. So don't hurt me now. Don't hurt me.
I'll be nice. I'll be nice. This one last time.
Okay, one last time. I got one last time. All right. Again, so I want to get into what other notable people you can say that you've helped work with in your time in the industry.
Well, you know, World Scout, this particular expo being all about music, this is our kickoff. This is our first premier World Scout Music Expo. And I've done about 200 talent conventions like this in my years in the industry. But before, it was mostly modeling and acting with a few years of music in there. Mm-hmm. And we stopped around 2008 when things got a little weird with the whole market and the world and this and that, and so we're coming back right now, and we've decided that this is the time to just really concentrate on music, because I feel like the indie scene is so strong, and it's a new music industry. I'm sure you hear about that a lot. It's a whole new. They're still kind of trying to figure it out. It's settled down, you know, quite a bit than it was for a while there, but everybody's trying to find their exact footing, and I just want to be that bridge between all of the artists and the industry, and so that's where we're headed. But yeah, we were super successful though with major models and a lot of talent that went on to do movies. And so Al here, who's with me, my VP of sales, same thing. He was in the business for years, and we both placed hundreds of actors and models, and even some musicians and so forth with major stuff around the world.
Any names that we might be able to?
You're going to date me. You're going to make me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, we Jamie Rashar, who was a major model. We got any names going to throw out at me there? John Passavant, who at the time was got a fragrance contract with Estee Lauder, which at the time was the highest paid male model fragrance contract that there was. Pretty proud of that one. Mm-hmm. When VH1 had Fashion Awards, you remember that? Yeah. The first year that they had a Supermodel of the Year award. Mm-hmm. I had found, actually in Florida, a young guy by the name of Scott Barnhill, who won the first Male Model of the Year through VH1, and he's from DeLand, actually, if I said that right. Cool cat, loved him to pieces. And so we just had, those were the glory days. And now we're starting the new glory days. So
absolutely.
We are really excited to see what this one brings. I've been around now for a couple of weeks in Orlando because we've been going to open mic nights and sneaking in some places just to hear what's going on. And I am super impressed with what we're hearing.
Yes, please do. And I'm glad you said open mics. If you have time on Saturday, I do host the open mic myself.
What?
So I do host a weekly open mic called Writer's Block. On Saturday, as a matter of fact, we have another guest feature that is coming in to perform at Writer's Block. So I do it every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we have a lot of great talent that comes in through there. It's a poetry show, so I'm not sure if you...
Okay, I might have seen something on that. And we had something out of town. We were actually in Miami on Saturday, or we would have come maybe this past week. Of course, we have our expo this weekend. Mm-hmm. But the next time we're in town, because we're going to be back in Orlando for a couple of other special things that we'll announce on Sunday. But I'm going to hit that up for sure.
Okay, absolutely. And, of course, I also have If you don't mind, I can give you my card. I go live
Yeah.
from Facebook as well, so you can also catch what I do
Oh, yeah.
on Facebook as well. And if you have time this evening, since we're going live on Facebook or what have you, there is another open mic where I'm going to after this, and where they have called Diverse Word, which is on Tuesdays from 7:30 to 10 o'clock, and they have singers, actors come up there, poets, and everybody
Oh,
who's
fantastic.
interested, and they do it outside every Tuesday. And the best, I must say, Dandelion Community Cafe has some of the best vegan food in all of Orlando. So those of y'all that come down to Orlando visiting, definitely look up Dandelion Community Cafe. That's at Dandelion Cafe on Instagram, and you should definitely come through it if you have the
I'll try
chance
to do that.
Yeah. So I wanted to also ask, how going back to the beginning, how tough was it on that move from Michigan to LA?
Ooh, I was ready. I was ready to get out of the snow, out of that freezing cold weather. First of all, Michigan's a beautiful state. It really, really is, and we get all 4 seasons and all that good stuff. But I've always had the sunshine in my veins, and we don't get enough of that there. So I actually picked up my daughter at the time. She was 11 years old, and we jumped in a truck and towed the car behind us and took off. And yeah, landed in Santa Monica, actually. And no, everything fell together. It was just one of those things, the same way World Scout fell together once I actually started it, that it just kind of, when it's right, it's right. And I started a print division, a modeling division for a talent agency that was in Century City. And then from there, I only did that a year and then went off on my own again to just do what I do, scouting and managing and developing talent.
Now, was it rough out in LA for a second, like trying to find housing, anything like that? Because I understand that.
Century City, beautiful state. It really, really is, and we get all 4 seasons and all that good stuff. But I've always had the sunshine in my veins, and we don't get enough of that there. So I actually picked up my daughter at the time. She was 11 years old, and we jumped in a truck and towed the car behind us and took off. And yeah, landed in Santa Monica, actually. And no, everything fell together. It was just one of those things, the same way World Scout fell together once I actually started it, that it just kind of, when it's right, it's right. And I started a print division, a modeling division for a talent agency that was in Century City. And then from there, I only did that a year and then went off on my own again to just do what I do.
Okay, now, going into, with moving to LA, I understand that California pays some of the highest taxes in the country, which I hear is ridiculous from what I hear from my friends out there. So how hard was it to adjust to, living or trying to find a place and, make a living out in California?
The hardest thing to adjust to was the cost of groceries. Honestly, I was like, what? Every time I went to the grocery store, because it's significantly higher than it was, at least in Michigan. And yes, even sales tax was crazy high. It's almost 10%, right now. So the cost of living then was a bit shocking, but I had gone ahead of moving out there and found a place to live for us first. So I had a place to land. And then you just become accustomed to it. Like, honestly, now I don't think about it. People are always asking me that question. My mom especially is like, why do you stay there with those prices? But you just become acclimated to what you have, what
Right.
to deal with. And it is what it is. And now it's home.
Now, I can definitely understand that, me being from New York, and the astronomical cost of living in New York is ridiculous. So, that's why I ended up moving to Florida.
Right.
So,
Yeah. There's some attractiveness to that, believe me.
yeah. It was when I realized when it was, okay, I could pay $1,275 a month for a 1-bedroom in Queens, or I can live in a 2-bedroom duplex for $700 a month. I'll take the $700 for two, easily. So, so I know that was but it takes a little bit of, time to get adjusted to.
True.
Now, there is, and I'm not just saying this because I live in Orlando now, what have you, there is a lot of talent down here. And I mean, a lot of talent. And I don't think people are so shocked when they come down to Orlando and they realize there's a whole lot of local talent down here, and they think, Orlando is just, Mickey Mouse and Universal Studios.
Right.
And then they come to shows like my open mic or other open mics around town, and they don't realize how many local talent can sing, can dance, can rap, and there is a rather large hip hop scene down here, an underground hip hop scene a lot of people don't know about in Orlando. So what did you find out about Orlando? What made you want to come down here to have the conference?
I had been asking around to people that I know in the business, and it kept coming up. Exactly what you just described is what I had been hearing. And so that really was the biggest reason of why we ended up here, because obviously we want to come someplace that has a lot for us to till up, till up the earth type of thing, and get folks who need this and who want it. So, and coming down now for the past few weeks that we've been here, we also came in November and did a bunch of presentations for about it. We brought down Mike Zombie and Tish Hyman. Mike's a producer and Tish is a writer.
Okay.
And we did some free speaking engagements just to meet the folks down here in the music scene. And that's when we started to really listen to their music and understand what was going on and realize just how much this is the right place for us to kick it off.
Okay. Now, I will add, I'm not sure, I'm just throwing this name out here. I just want to make sure, do you know if anybody, the main person you probably speak to down here in terms of the rap scene would be Mad Ills. Have you had anybody that?
No, how did I miss that?
Okay, Mad Ills is the guy you probably want to talk to in terms of underground rap down here. Him and SB The Anomaly is another one. And another one out here I probably would like to throw out is my man John Studdy. Is another person that you, is there any way I can get them in contact
Absolutely.
with you?
You know how to reach me. So,
Absolutely.
And they can either DM me or you can give them my contact information, sure.
Okay. Now, I will add, and I'm not just saying this because these guys are friends of mine, but these are some of the best rappers in all of Orlando.
Well, then they need to
as
be
well.
there. Yeah, for
they,
sure.
they definitely need to be there. And what about, I know this is mostly in regards to like singers and actors, what have you. Are you looking for maybe dancers as well?
Actually, it's so funny. I just said to Al that next time around we're going to do that. Next time around we are definitely going to add that in. I think that's extremely important. Yep.
Okay, I definitely want to add that because I know a few dancers down here, hip hop dancers. A lot of them run their own classes and things of that nature down here. So I wanted to ask that just in case you had anybody that was looking for maybe background dancers for a video or TV show.
I just might, and that's again anybody who's related to the music scene and especially the hip hop and rap scene. There's a lot that they can get out of this, a lot of contacts that they can make. Because again, yes, it's to come and be in front of the 40 pros, but there's also a whole element of networking with other artists that you may not have met yet. Because I do have people coming from Miami. I actually have people coming from all over the country. Several coming from LA. People driving down from Washington D.C., Chicago, Ohio, Texas, Atlanta. So, there's a lot of good can come from that kind of thing. Collaborations, you just don't know. The sky's the limit. If you really want to move your art forward, take a step, and this is what that is.
Okay. Now let me ask for those for my people that are watching on my live feed and for those that will be listening on air. How can they register for these conferences? Where can they go and how much is the cost?
It's all online. It's worldscout.me. That's the actual website, which is the same as our Instagram. And there's a link in Instagram. And there's, buttons right away. Once you get on the page, all the details you need to know are on that website. And there's 3 different tier packages. There's a no audition package. If people just want to come and catch all those seminars and speakers because they're plentiful. And then there's the audition package, and then we also have a VIP package, which would include a hotel room on Saturday night at the Wyndham Orlando Resort, and access to a couple of extra things, and a private meet and greet with some of the labels on Friday night. So we've covered it all. We've tried to make it really, easy for folks. And there's a lot of promo codes rolling around out there. Only on our website, though, do you want to buy any tickets. If someone's sending you somewhere else, that's not the way to go. So you got to go to worldscout.me. And I'm going to get that promo code. Okay, so if you use code CLUBJAMS, CLUBJAMZ, you're going to get a $200 discount off of the entry fee for the audition package. So that's a pretty darn good deal.
That is a very good deal. And not only that, I also might want to add, for those of y'all that will be listening and for those of y'all watching on my live feed, it is at the Wyndham. That's over there on I-Drive in Orlando, downtown, not downtown, but near Universal Studios. And that is one of the nicest hotels in all of Orlando. You definitely want to be there. I know that myself. I've gone to the International Christian Film Festival that is every year. That is also coming up. So you definitely want to be there. Please listen to what the information that she did give you just now. If you want to be there, definitely be there. Besides Orlando, is Orlando the first one this year?
Yep.
Okay. And what other cities, in case anybody wants to go to the other cities? Are you doing
We're going to announce our next city at the expo on Sunday afternoon, so it will be up on our Instagram page by Sunday night.
Okay. Y'all hear that? By Sunday night, it'll be up on the Instagram page, so definitely go ahead and do that.
It won't be in Florida, but it will be somewhere in the U.S.
Right. Now, would it be like the other major cities like Atlanta or?
Possibly. That's on the list. Yeah, we've got a handful of strong cities, and we're working with some future sponsors right now, so that's going to determine a little bit some of the cities that we go to.
Okay.
So we're going to get that worked out and do our very best to get that announced on Sunday evening. Yeah.
And briefly, right, before we go to commercial, what made you want to? I'm not sure. I don't believe I asked you this already, but what made you want to create the World Scout and put this all together?
World Scout literally came to me in a lightning flash a good number of years ago, and I mean a long time ago. And I spent a couple of weeks fast and furiously putting it on paper, and then developing it bigger, larger, and to catch up with the technology every year for a while. The time wasn't right for a multitude of reasons, but I really felt like I needed certain things to be right in the world and in the economy and in my own life and all sorts of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And in 2019, I realized that was the time to start the whole ball rolling, and it came together super easily once I made that decision in my heart that it was time. And so, yeah, here we are. But I wanted specifically to initially at least gear it towards hip-hop and rap because I did feel like a lot of the music shows weren't giving that enough attention.
Okay.
A lot of the shows that are on TV, Scouting for Talent and so forth, great as they are, and I don't know what their reasons are, that they weren't delivering to that genre of music.
Right.
And we all know how popular that is and how much it's overtaken the market, and so it just didn't make any sense to me.
Okay. Well, again, and again, thank you for that. Now, I just want to ask another question. Can anybody just bring a guest? Can they just bring a guest? Would that be okay?
It has not been okay. We are considering right now. It depends. We're thinking of opening up our room, making a little bit bigger as long as the hotel has that available to us. Mm-hmm. So we are working on that type of thing. We'll announce that probably not till Wednesday or Thursday. But there is, like I said, there's the no audition package, which you need to watch our Instagram because I have a feeling we're going to have something special coming up on there by tomorrow, and that will have to do with that no audition package at a price that you all are going to really love.
Okay. Now I know somebody's going to ask this question, but now somebody wants to ask this question, but they're probably too afraid to ask it. But I'll ask it anyway. Is transportation provided?
Transportation is not provided, but parking is free, and that is not very common in some of these hotels. So we did make sure that we chose a place where we could have free parking for folks, and so that's definitely on the deal for you. And there's also a lot of restaurants, everything from McDonald's to what is it, BJ's or something that's nearby that you can walk to and for lunch and stuff like that. So we've worked hard at keeping things affordable, but very, very nice, high-end and quality.
Okay. And like you said, I've been in that area before. I've been in that hotel before. Mickey D's is literally right across the street.
And Wawa's.
And the Wawa's and Bonefish Grill is in the area. I believe there's a Fridays right down the street. And Dave and Buster's is right down there. It's in like a whole, and trust me, there's pizzerias, everything, and there's a Kobe Steakhouse. That's Japanese steakhouse right near there. You might want to come down there. But listen, we got to go to commercial break. You're listening to WJHM 102jams.com. We will listen to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. We'll be back in just a few minutes after these commercials, y'all. See y'all in a few. Peace.
This is Aretha Simons. When I'm driving, I'm listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jams.
All you dolls out there, this is me, Sizzle. 2019 flew by and my friend still did not have the body she wanted. Then I discovered the solution. The cosmetic surgery place. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Don't spend another minute miserable. Call 407-636-5655 5,000. She did. Now my friend is all of that and then some.
Be one of the next 7 callers to receive your breast surgery. Free with a tummy tuck. Yes, free. Call now at 407-636-5000.
Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com. The Type U Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. It's SlutChannelUS.com. Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Type U Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373.
All right, and we're back again with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. Thank y'all for tuning in. And again, we are still sitting here with my very special guest, Miss Cindy Cooper. Again, just want to say thank you for agreeing to do this interview. I know it was short notice, but thank you for being flexible.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I want to get back to, in regards to the World Scout Music Expos, let me let y'all know, Orlando's not the only one. They will be, as she stated earlier, there will be other cities. What are the age ranges that can attend? Is there a minimum
13
range?
and up. 13 and up.
Okay. What about, why not in just curious.
Ease right now. I mean, for the type of labels and stuff that we're bringing in, although we are bringing in Hollywood Records, which is part of the Disney group. 13 is more in the range of what these folks I have on board right now are looking for. We may bring in Nickelodeon in the future or something like that, and so that's something to look forward to. There's so many different things that we can still pull in and add and grow. And I mean, this is just the beginning of the World Scout movement. So even though we have just a massive roster, I mean, 40 people to bring in is a pretty big deal. But we do expect that to kind of, change and roll, and depending on who's available each one. And there's always going to be some super special guests. And we expect some expansion, and we'll probably, add in country and all sorts of stuff that just really blows this out of the water, and have to use larger spaces than we're using this time and things like that. But this is what we're starting with. I'm super proud of it, and I'm super happy to have it be starting here in Orlando. It's kind of going down in our history book. This will always be our first one, and so Orlando's always going to have a special spot to us in our heart. So, yeah.
I would definitely say, please definitely come back, because Orlando needs more stuff like this,
Yeah.
or what have you. Like I said, there's a lot of talent going on around here, and I know to me, since I've lived here, it's always felt like it's had that that chance, like how Atlanta, everything's happening in Atlanta right now. It's become like an East Coast, LA, or like a down south
Yeah.
New York in regards to that. I think Orlando's always had that chance to get there, but it just needed that final push.
Agreed. Yeah,
I
I see that too. And all of the recording studios that I've had a chance to meet and everything, they're all so cool and they're all so into helping Orlando grow in the music scene down here. I see a lot of passion behind everybody with that. So I've been super impressed with it.
Yeah, and in regards for music, I know many of y'all might only know like the only hip hop or only rap artists to come out of Orlando was Smiles and South Star. But that's just want to let y'all know, even me being from New York, there is plenty going on around here or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So also let me also ask about. I gotta get my questions together. Lord have mercy. I was almost out of questions. So, well, language limits. Are there anything like language limits or anything like that?
No, there's not. And the reason being is, I believe that artistry needs to be, free and unencumbered. So we aren't doing that. I would like people to be somewhat respectful and not really go all out vulgar. But I'm not going to put those limits on it.
Okay. Now, let me ask, because I've had this conversation before in regards with other artists. Is it really important for that a artist who is normally might use profane language, should they also have always a clean version?
They should. Absolutely, they should, because there's going to be competitions and places where they, get paid to perform, where the client may say, but no profanity. So for sure, they should always be doing a clean version. Yeah,
Okay.
and you're going to get more downloads too. There's actually parents who care out there.
And I will also add, there's also parents I gotta put myself in the parent group. Ugh, Lord have mercy. There are also parents out there that will listen to artists out there if their music is good and their lyrics are good. You know what I'm saying? And some people just can't take a lot of profane language or what have you. What about country rock artists? Are you looking for country rock artists as well?
We have a really wide range of labels that are there. So even if the particular A&R rep who's with us isn't from that division or genre, they're open to that and scouting for them as well. So if the label has that genre, they're open to scouting them and meeting with folks if it piques their interest.
Okay. And how much easier is it now for an A&R person to do their job? Because the reason why I ask this is because what I hear now is that a lot of record labels aren't even really, they're looking for people who are already either just have a following or who are already polished. So,
well, they can kind of do that these days, But see, that's a twofold thing. First of all, yes, a lot of times for them to really pay attention to new music and a new artist, they're going to look at their number of followers and how big their fan base is. But not here. This is something where that doesn't exist, right now. They're seeing just you and what you sound like and what you can do. And so you're wiping that out. The slate is clean. They don't learn about that until after the fact, if they sit down with you.
Right.
So it kind of levels the playing field, if you really, think about it. So that is a plus in itself right there. But on the flip side of that, independent artists themselves have the ability to become major stars these days, and have a million plus or whatever following. We've all seen what some of these guys can do, and girls. So they may choose to not even go. Interesting scenario that would be.
That is a very interesting situation. I noticed, like you said, a lot of artists are choosing to remain independent. Briefly, in regards to that, have the major labels had trouble trying to adjust to the independent movement that's been going on lately?
I don't think anymore. I think the adjustment was back when the whole streaming scenario first came about, and they were trying to figure out how they continue to, be relevant and make money and hang on to their, music and not just have it be free out there on the internet. So that's come into play a bit, and I think that's going to be continually changing though, because we know how fast technology changes, and there's going to be something new coming up before we know it. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, they somewhat have a handle on all that.
Okay, because I was wondering, because this is an ever-changing industry.
Yep.
And that we know of. I'm assuming that artists have to be willing to learn how to, I don't want to say go with the trends or what have you, but they have to learn to adjust to the times in terms of their music. Would you say that is the case sometimes?
Yeah, pay attention to what's happening in the industry. Read about it. Read about it in the news and Billboard magazine and Rolling Stone, and just stay up on it. There's a lot of stats out there that are available. There's a lot of articles going on about what's happening at the labels and what's happening, overall and with the streaming platforms. And yes, you're creatives, but you should know what's going on in your industry.
Absolutely. That means y'all have to stay on top of things. Diversify yourselves in every way, shape, or form. I want to add, this is probably the most diversified I've probably seen the industry in quite a while, with everybody either having radio shows or podcasts or what have you. Would you say diversifying is really that important, or can somebody still be happy just going one way, making a living in the industry?
You mean in terms of their genre?
Right. In terms of the genre, what they do.
No, I think listen, if you're mixing styles or there's a fusion of something, Post Malone's probably a good example of that, go for it. But if your natural style is one particular way and you're getting some play on it, why mess up that mix? Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, you heard it here first. And can you briefly give out again the social media?
Sure. Instagram is worldscout.me. Facebook is just worldscout.me. And the website is worldscout.me.
Okay. And what was that one question I forgot to ask?
Don't ask me. Am I supposed to remember the question?
Okay, so right now we're about to go to commercial break in just a second. We're going to come back for like the last few minutes of the show. And again, you're listening to WJHM 102jams.com. You are listening again to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. We will be back with Miss Cindy Cooper in just a second after these commercial break. Y'all see y'all in a few minutes. Peace.
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community,
he's done a good job of it.
Orange, Seminole, and contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. Hi, my name is Tiberius Boy. I work with Your Computer Solutions. If your computer is not working, my dad can fix it. He can fix it on-site or remotely. Just call him at 407-826-0810 and tell him Tiberius sent you. That's me. That phone number again is 407-826-0810.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They're amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and a shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
Peace, family. Again, this is Brian with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. Don't want y'all to forget, also, I host a weekly open mic called Writer's Block. Who's next? Every Saturday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday at TNT Cafe. That's TEAAND, TEA Cafe. Address 127 West Fairbanks Avenue in Winter Park. So again, Writer's Block at TNT Cafe, 127 West Fairbanks Avenue in Winter Park. Peace, y'all.
All you dolls out there, this is me, Sizzle. 2019 flew by and my friend still did not have the body she wanted. Then I discovered a solution. The cosmetic surgery place. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Don't spend another minute miserable. Call 407-636-5000. She did. Now my friend is all of that and then some.
Be one of the next 7 callers to receive your breast surgery. Free with a tummy tuck. Yes, free. Call now at 407-636-5000.
This is Aretha Simons. When I'm driving, I'm listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on 102 Jams.
What's good, family? You are back with me, Brian T. Bethea. This is Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. Now, we are back again with Miss Cindy Cooper. Now, I just heard you say, if I'm not mistaken, that this is free to the public on Saturday?
Well, no, we have a special, scenario going on Saturday night at the venue. Basically, it's a music experience where we're having a celebrity beat battle with our pro Grammy-winning and Grammy-nominated producers who were there, and then a few of the other VIP participants that are coming to the event. And then we have a showcase, a Rising Star showcase. So we are opening that up. Tickets are available for that on Eventbrite. And if you just search World Scout on Eventbrite for the Orlando area, you'll see that. And that's going to be a big old party.
Oh, you hear that? And Orlando loves the party.
With an after party after that at Eve Orlando.
Y'all listening right now? This is Orlando loves the party. Is one thing I know people love to do in Orlando is party.
And we got all sorts of good stuff. You're going to see some really amazing talent, not to mention, of course, Mike Zombie, Fresh Air, J.E., Coco Bridges, all Trackformers, who's a local guy, and a bunch of other amazing local talent.
Oh, cool. And again, I just wanted to thank you so much to coming down here and with my show, my podcast. I really appreciate it. One more time for me, can you just give out your social media for World
Sure.
Scout?
Instagram is worldscout.me, and Facebook is worldscout.me without the dot, and then the website is worldscout.me.
And if people wanted to reach you, would they be able to reach you on social media as well? Or?
Yeah, DM us on Instagram. That's the best way. Sometimes you get me, sometimes you get my staff. You'll never know.
Okay. And also, family, don't forget about my social media. And, of course, I have Writer's Block every Saturday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can follow me on my Instagram, Writer's Block Orlando, at Instagram.com, as well as my personal Instagram, which is the Phoenix 516. And, of course, you can follow, if you're listening, want to listen live or watch live, Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on at WJHM102jams.com as well. And then you can follow me personally at Brian T. Bethea Confessions. That's my personal artist page, y'all, and anything like that. Anything, any parting words you want? Any?
No, other than just, thank you, Orlando, for the hospitality we've had for the past couple of weeks, and I really hope to see everybody there. We've got so much to offer, and I'd love to see everybody just come and soak in all the knowledge and leave a little better for it.
And y'all heard it first. I'm an industry veteran, so listen, I almost want to start out in the rhyme that I just thought about. Listening to what we say, throw the Slick Rick real quick. But listen, y'all, definitely also go to the website, as she stated, and go to the Instagram just to find out more about what's going on for more cities. In case you miss Orlando, there's other cities, so definitely go to the website and pay attention to that. And again, we just want to say thank you again, Ms. Cooper, for coming out and enjoying Orlando. And, of course, you're listening to Confessions with Brian T. Bethea on WJHM102jams.com. We will see y'all next week, family. So listen, same time, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. We will see y'all next time. Now y'all going to enjoy these commercials. See y'all later. Peace, and see y'all soon. Bye.
Are you frustrated with your computer? Tired of waiting for the computer to let you get your work done? Having an IT professional available when you need him can be invaluable to your business. With a Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan, you can enjoy error-free computing and get your tasks done when you want them done. Got a virus or malware warning? Call YCS and let them remotely solve the issue for you. Computer running slow? Give YCS a call and they will remotely fix it. When? Well, right away. On average, our clients are back up and running within 10 minutes of their call. If you want your computer to run smoothly month after month, just get the Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan. Your Computer Solutions is there when you need them. Call us today at 407-826-0810. I repeat, 407-826-0810. Emergency repair when you need it. Call us, 407-826-0810.
Peace, family. Again, this is Brian with Confessions with Brian T. Bethea. Don't want y'all to forget also, I host
her.
Yeah,
And I'm
she's
happy,
a real
if you
hoot.
want to come by too, I can give you a pass to be able to come in and just check it out if you're around at all.
Sure, absolutely.
So do text me then, because I don't know how to find you
We'll
now.
have to draw you up a press pass and so forth.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
I had a few
Cool.
people watching.
We